Vandeham Sri Guru Srita Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakham Nitamscha Bande Guru Nisha Bhakta Nisha Misha Avatarakam Tat Prakashamscha Tat Shakti Krishna Chaitanya Sangakam Bande Guru Padadvandam Bhakta Vrinda Samanitam Sri Chaitanya Prabhu Bande Nityananda Sahoditam Sri Nanda Nandanang Bande Radhika Charanadvayam Gopi Jana Samayukutam Vrindavano Manoharam Gopi Jana Samayukutam Vrindavano Manoharam Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Once more, Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. See, there's always a beautiful effect of Sankirtana when we sing together in chorus, in the concert mood of Sankirtana. It has some special effect. Special mutual effect of sharing, of doing Sankirtana. It's sharing and caring mood. Caring and sharing mood. Okay. It becomes a harmonious concert. It's feeling so nice when you are all chanting together Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Chorus boys chanting together. It creates a closer bond, more intimate bond of family. Krishna Chaitanya Radha Krishna family relationship. Okay, through being bound by their love together. Concert. It becomes a harmonious concert. Therefore Mahaprabhu, Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu laid so much importance on doing Sankirtana, performing Sankirtana, not not just in a formal, casual way, but with some joy, naturally flowing joy, spontaneously flowing joy and taste, with some feelings of devotion, and then it becomes real Sankirtana. So sweet and beneficial for all of us. Never become casual while engaging in devotional practices, higher devotional practices. Please never become casual. Be adherent, focused, be lovingly focused, be lovingly into that, into the inner mood with devotional appreciation. Then it becomes so beneficial Sankirtana, virtuous Sankirtana. It starts producing some beneficial effects in a very fine way, subtle way. Whether or not we directly understand it in tangible way, how beneficial effects being created, how what way, how the beneficial effects in a subtle way being created, accumulated. But it happens. It happens in a subtle way. It never goes in vain. Have faith. Have faith in that. So, all glories to Srila Gurudeva, Srila Guru Maharaj, all my Paramaradha Guru Varga, all Paramaradha Guru Pada Padma, all glories to my Srila Guru Pada Padma, Param Guru Deva, all the Guru Varga, Radha Madan Mohan Radha Govinda Dev Radha Gopinath Ju, Samasta Vaishnava Vrinda, Gaura Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivas Panchatatma Gaura. Offering my most respectful obeisance unto the lotus feet of all their divine graces, humbly invoking, praying for their divine grace and mercy be bestowed upon me, bestowed upon all of you. Offering my loving regards to all of you, good hearts, beautiful hearts, beautiful hearted devotees. See, whichever jiva soul came in contact with beautiful Krishna consciousness cannot but have beautiful aspects of their heart, cannot but be good-hearted, beautiful-hearted in their life, through their innermost identity, cannot but be beautiful. That beauty needs to be discovered more and more. More and more. In the plane of soul and super soul, in the depth of your own heart, it is there. Okay. Also, so it is there with you, in you, at present. Also it is there more in a prospective way, potential way, for your future developed, for your developed devotional life, to yet come up in future, to be yet manifested in the future time, as you continue to be in cultivations. Continue your cultivations in beautiful divine Krishna consciousness. Is one of the great manifestations. Krishna's direct Krishna's energy. Rasam Apsukanteya. Yes, Taptadarshika. Rasomam Apsukanteya Prabhasmi Sasisur Jayo. See, remembering that verse from Bhagavad Gita. O Kunti Arjuna, I am the Rasa. All the Rasa, all the great Rasas, you are desperately looking for, searching after in your life. I am that. Where are you running here and there? Where are you wasting your time, energy, running here and there after searching the real Rasa? Look, I am the real Rasa. Rasam Apsukanteya. Rasa means Anandam. See, these days every devotee knows what is Anandam and Rasa. You don't need to translate in English. Yes, divine bliss or ecstasy, everyone knows. So I am the supreme, all encompassing, supreme Rasa, Ananda. Rasumham, I am that supreme Rasa, nectarian Rasa. Sukanteya Prabhasmi Sasisur Jayo. I am the Prabha. I am the effulgence emanating from Shashi, moon, emanating from moon and sun, Surya. So, you all the devotees are sitting in connection with Krishna's energy. Surya Loka, sunlight. Okay. So, when you relate to it, the effulgence, the rays of the sun, relate to it with pleasure, feel pleasing, then you're actually feeling some sort of pleasing connection with Krishna's energy. Of course, it is known to everyone. The sun is so much beneficial for the whole creation. We are so much indebted to sun. Sunlight is so much. It's playing a vital role, playing a very vital role in maintaining, sustaining, nurturing the lives, different types of lives, different other aspects of the universal creation. Sun. So actually Krishna is doing that in the form of sun. Ultimately, Lord Krishna is doing that, maintaining, sustaining, nurturing us up, taking so much care of us through different aspects of the energy, different aspects of the energy and potency. Sun is one of them. See, therefore, in the Vedic literatures, many of the Vedic Shastras, literatures, sun, moon, air, water, earth, all have been glorified in relation to the Supreme Divine. They are not just connected by the great sages, great devotees, realized souls, not just in a material way. Not just through, not with intention of only material enjoyment by using them, sunlight, moon's light, but all those great souls, those devotees are relating to sun's energy, moon's energy, all in a spiritual way. See? They didn't want to relate to them in a just casual material way, but they discovered more and more spiritual relationships with them, with sun, moon, other planetary systems, and they were so much into astronomical science, astrological science. While living on this mundane plane, they were directly connecting to the energy, cosmic energies. Okay, all cosmic energies emanating, extended from all different planetary systems, stars, planets, all. And so they could directly connect to them and felt into them, and directly felt into them. I repeat, directly felt them all as a direct manifestation of the Supreme Divine Absolute Truth, Supreme, okay, all-pervading Supreme Absolute Divine Truth, none other than that. So they related to all of them in oneness, with the Supreme all-pervading Absolute Divine Spirit, Absolute Divine Power, energy, no separately. They are very intelligent, they are very wise persons. Okay, relating to the everything in a holistic vision, instead of partly material vision, instead of just partly material way of connecting them, limited way, relating to them all, whole universe, cosmos, cosmic creations, all through holistic, spiritual visions. Therefore they are so great lives. And so much so, they even composed hymns, even composed beautiful hymns, chanted, sang some beautiful hymns in praise of the sun, moon, ocean, air, water, space, Mother Earth, trees, or the humans, but not just in a material way. You have to understand how they engaged in glorifying them, praising them. It's never limited just in a material way, but completely transcendental ways, complete higher spiritual ways. Okay. Realizing some divine spiritual connections, feeling divine spiritual connections with all of them. That's how they described about them in relation to the Supreme Absolute Divine Truth. Is personified as Krishna, personified as Supreme Best of all male conception, Purushottama Krishna, personified as the best of all female conception, female identity, Goddess Srimati Radhika. Even so, therefore, in some of the mantras, the sun in the sky also glorified, glorified in relation to Krishna. See, just devotees, because the devotees are sitting in the sunlight, inspired me to be speaking in this way. in relation in Krishna consciousness. See, thus we can be relating to the world of Krishna consciousness from any position. After all, everything belongs to Krishna. Krishna's energy. Krishna's energy, directly or indirect ways. Directly or indirect ways, whether directly connected ways or separated parts way, okay, the conditioned way, but directly connected or indirectly connected way, after all, is all Krishna's energy, nothing but Krishna's energy. Nothing but Krishna's potency in different forms and aspects, different qualities, different ways. So as you know that, as you continue to be knowing that, continue to be feeling into that, then we also continue to be living in Krishna consciousness. And also we continue to be living in Krishna consciousness, living life in Krishna consciousness. Holistic vision in relation to Krishna. We can relate everything, connect everything in our life, especially in our devotional life, with Krishna consciousness. That will be more, complete vision, complete feelings, complete realizations. All right, I spontaneously flow. Have a question, anybody? Yes, please.
I have actually a long time question for you, because I believe you grew up with Srila Sridhar Maharaj as your second father. So you know him from childhood. And you heard many things that was said in Bengali. I have heard few things from Western devotees, how they behave with Swami Maharaj and with other great souls in English. I heard few stories and what happened. But you heard what happened in Bengali. Is there something that you could tell us? Like, did they ever cut a joke, or they ever said something that could be said and it's appropriate? So if you can think of anything, please.
Cože byla ta poslední věta? Že cokoliv může se podělit.
You put me in some interesting position in the ocean. Amidst the ocean. See? Since Bengali had been the mother tongue of Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhaktivedanta, Swami Prabhupada, many of our Guru Bhagavats. So by nature, they spoke so many beautiful things, wonderful things through Bengali. Even by amount, by quantity, no less than what they spoke in English. So now, to make me find myself amidst the ocean of what to pick up, what not to pick up. What to select, what not to select. A difficult job.
I heard you once explain that Swami Maharaj was saying to the disciples that if I would tell you, you would faint. Right?
Oh.
They tell us what they were telling about. And I think it's kind of a joke, right?
It's not a joke. It's kind of joke, but by saying so, Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada wanted to clearly mean to those disciples that it's too high for all of you. What we, both the God brothers, are now intimately speaking in Bengali, personal way and releasing, it might be too high for all of you. You need to be more qualified before you come to realize, come to understand what we are speaking about, what we are, releasing. So that's what he meant in a through very effective language, you will be faint. If I speak, you will faint. So in the effective, so it was, though in a joking way he meant, but he meant seriously also. In a poetic way, you will be fainting. Poetic way. If I go to explain to you, you cannot take so much. Take it. So now, I question you. My question is this. What he said, you will be fainting, or if I go to discuss the same, then he from the Nitya Lila will be smiling at me. Should be careful. My loving guardian, Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada from Nitya Lila. He also be telling me, so I am now thinking how he will be taking up, telling me. Okay, he's compassionate. He's very compassionately loving and merciful. So I can be discussing.
Je velice milosrdný, takže si myslím, že o tom můžu mluvit.
See, few topics, context of Srimad Bhagavad Gita were incorporated in that discussion, what they were speaking in Bengali.
Který se týkala ta diskuze, kterou tady probírali v bengalštině.
I think one of the verses was Apichet suduracaro bhajati mam ananna bhak sadhureva samantappa sammak bhavashito hisha kshiprang bhavati dharmatma shashrat shantim nigacchati kaunteya pratijanihi nami bhakta pranashati. They also touched, both the God brothers touched on that, on the explanations, narration of that verse, meaning of the verse of Bhagavad Gita. Besides that, principle, they just touched on that, but principally what they went on discussing on that, specifically that verse. Tesham satatajuktanam bhajatam pritipurvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upajantite. That particular verse from Bhagavad Gita. Tesham satatajuktanam bhajatang pritipurvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upajantite. The Bhagavad Gita, can somebody bring some Bhagavad Gita and read out the translation? No?
No, there is not.
Okay. So, Lord Krishna actually explaining to that verse the way both the God brothers were engaged in releasing the deeper meanings of that verse was that Lord Krishna actually said something very confidential in a hidden way, very, very significant to that verse. Why? That meaning doesn't generally appear in the common type of translation. Srila Guru Maharaj Srila Maharaj was actually explaining around that specific, deeper meaning on the certain portion of that verse where Lord Krishna mentioned Upajantite. Upajantite. Most in the more parokia mood of the Braja. Now, the normal meanings, both the God brothers also discussed about the normal meanings first, and then they went on deeper to be discussing about some inner meanings, inner hints, indications given by Lord Krishna. Tesham satatajuktanam bhajatam pritipurvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upajantite. Lord Krishna said to Arjuna, see, those who engage
Takže ti, kteří se
who
zamyslejí
engage in worshipping me
uctívání mě,
okay, with full loving devotion, in other
plnou
words,
lásky, plnou oddanosti, jinými slovy,
those who engage,
ti,
thus those who engage in my loving devotional services,
kteří mě s láskou slouží
my loving devotional worships of me,
a s láskou mě uctívají
with adherence,
velmi pozorně.
okay, with so much adherence and feelings of adorations.
A který mě zbožňují,
At some point,
tak v nějaký moment
I send to them
já jim posílám
more higher intelligence,
vyšší inteligenci,
higher, higher, super excellent, transcendental, devotional intelligence
vyšší vynikající transcendentální
to
inteligenci,
go deeper
aby
into
šli
their
hlouběji
loving devotional worship of mine.
do toho láskyplného uctívání mě.
Okay, and feel more and more, taste more and more nectarian, ecstatic love of me,
Nektarový chutě, nektarový
blissful love of mine.
Blažený lásky.
So I repeat, those fortunate souls, devotees,
Šťastliví duše, odaní,
who continue to be engaged in, continue to be engaging in my pure loving devotional services, bhajana, with so much sincerity, feelings. Then at some point, I bless such endeavor. I bless such their endeavor in relation to me and make their such loving devotional endeavor, worshipping of mine, deeper, profound, okay. Make it more nectarine, blissful. So, and I send some very appropriate intelligence, meaning inspirations. Very intelligence here it means appropriate, intelligent inspirations, inspiring intelligence, guidance, illuminations, okay, illuminating inspirations, so that they can go deeper. So that their loving worships of mine, loving devotional worships of mine, become deeper, become more imbued with more deeper beauty and nectarine taste. Okay, I bless them in such a way. And at some point, Lord Krishna said, Dadami buddhi yogam tam. I give them, I transmit to them, I send to them. That kind of transcendental intelligence, transcendental devotional intelligence, which inspires them, qualifies them, blesses them to approach me in the mood of Brajagopis, Parokiya mood, Upajanti te. According to the Sanskrit meanings, the term Upajanti to Upajanti means, it clearly says, approaching the Supreme Lord in the Parokiya mood of the Braja, transcendental Parokiya mood of the Braja. Things to this. People are moving, so the flow is a bit distracted anyway. So, please let me finish and I will take your question. So, upajantite. Jantite means directly coming to me. Approaching me directly. Upajantite means approaching me in a more special, specific, confidential way. Upagamanam, upajanti. So approaching me in a specially hidden, confidential manner, instead of straightforward way, directly. Because the parokya way of the approaches is more reserved way, private way, personal hidden way of the approaches, which is signified by Ohisharo, mood of the Ohisharo. When the great lovers going for being united with his or her beloved, okay, not in a straight open way, but in a more hidden, confidential way, due to some social impediments and obstacles, impediments, social difficulties, social rules, regulations, this and that. So they prefer to meet each other. The beloved consuls prefer to meet each other more in a hidden, reserved, unseen way, private manner. There is more parokya way of the approach, which is found in the esoteric field of the Leela of Radha Krishna, esoteric domain of Radha Krishna Leela, that is. So, now Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Sridhar Dev Goswami was explaining about that to Srila Swami Prabhupada. See, here there are some similarities. See, here are some similarities between the meanings of the Brahma Gayatri Mantra or Gayatri Mantra and meanings of this verse. Whether in Brahma Gayatri Mantra, through other Gayatri Mantras, at the end, what we see is prachodaya, sending the inspiration. Supreme Lord, kindly, mercifully, engaging in sending the divine, divine feelings or suitable inspirations, favorable inspirations of the Gayatri meditations. Okay, so divine Lord or Sri Gurudev or other our Ishtadevas are always engaging in sending the very suitable, beneficial, favorable, intelligence and bhava, moods, inspirations to the chanter, to the devotees engaged in chanting all the Gayatri mantras. So here also Lord Krishna was speaking about sending some higher divine intelligence, so suitable and favorable for a devotee to be engaging even deeper, to be engaging in the loving devotional service of mind, loving devotional relationship with mind, even deeper way. So I am sending, what Krishna is saying, at some point, I am sending them more deeper and very significant divine intelligence, higher intelligence, okay, through higher inspirations and realizations in the lives of the devotees, so that they can be engaging in deeper devotional service, deeper loving devotional service of mind. And how? What Lord Krishna was sending? The next point. Guru Maharaj was coming to explain, and Srila Swami Prabhupada was releasing like anything. Was that? See, again I touch it. At the end of all different Gayatri mantras, says Prachodaya. Okay, Dhiyo yo na Prachodayat or Prachodayat or Prachodayat. Bhav, sending. Lord sending, Gurudev, Lord, the Lordships are sending the higher transcendental inspirations, okay, to be fulfilling the chanting, singing of the Gayatri Mantra more. So, here also Lord Krishna, Guru Maharaj was pointing out, Lord Krishna in a similar way is speaking about sending that kind of specific intelligence, higher intelligence to the devotees. Okay, to deepen, to intensify, more deeply qualify their loving devotional service to Him. And how, what kind of intelligence, what kind of specially inspirational intelligence Krishna was sending, he was talking about of sending. Upajanti te. Dadami buddhi jogam tam jeno. So that, jeno mam upajanti, so that he or she can approach me not in straight way, rather in the confidential mood of Braja, confidential parotia mood of the Braja Gopis. Okay. So, as Guru Maharaj was explaining about that, so Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada was releasing it like anything. So said, yes, yes it is. And then, as he was releasing, he was also reciprocating back to Guru Maharaj, confirming. It's a beautiful meaning. This is the true meaning. Okay, this is, yes. So this is very wonderful, wonderful inner meaning of this. Great innermost meaning of this. So he was giving Srila Guru Maharaj appreciation in Bengali. So, and the way they were releasing, both the beloved God brothers were releasing the meanings, inner meanings of such verse was much more than normal meanings, transcending the normal translations of such verses. And they were repeatedly releasing, analyzing, repeatedly analyzing, okay, explaining right repeatedly and continuing to be releasing. Not that one time mention and finish. Okay, let's go on to the another verse. Not like that. This is the living character. The living character of the releases by Mahabhagavatas, Uttamadhikari devotees. They repeat and repeat and release and re-release and re-release. Continue to re-release. So that verse. And also around the verse, as I remember, Opiche Suduracaro, because that verse also have dual meanings. One is ordinary meaning, common meaning. Other is deeper meaning. See, the verse as Opiche Suduracaro, the normal meanings of that even if some devotees, even if some persons are found to be having some wrong activities, some wrong, bad, sinful activities, but at the same time engaging in my devotional service exclusively, engaging in my exclusive loving devotional service with full attention, full adherence and full heart. I'm explaining in my own way. the way they were discussing also. So then, he or she should be considered as a sadhu. Okay. Meaning, again, I'm sorry because this is another word. If I don't explain the meanings of such verse in a proper way, there will be definitely misunderstanding, misinterpretation. Sometimes devotees think, oh, or some people think, no matter how much sinful activities you engage in, continue to be engaging in, and you just engage in loving devotional service, then you are sadhu. No, never that. It's not that. The way it is meant by Sanskrit meaning, opiche suduracaro, but bhajote mam ananya bhav. At some point in past, whether in far distant past or near past, opiche, he used to be engaged in sinful activities, but now he has stopped. I repeat, in the far past or in the distant or near past, he used to be engaged in sinful activities, bad, evil activities, but by some happy reasons, by means of some fortunate means, okay, by some lucky chance, fortunate chances, like by taking some sadhu sangha, by having some unknown sukriti, accumulation of unknown sukriti. So, the sinful activities have been stopped with the beginning of bhajana of mind, with the beginning of my ananya bhajan. By grace, by the blessings, by special causeless blessings or grace of mine, or the special blessings and causeless grace of my devotees, so that those persons have come by happy chance, by some wonderful, happy chance and happy connections, auspicious connections. He had such blessings in life, okay, maybe through unknown sukriti, that he already stopped engaging, continuing those sinful activities. And now, after this stoppage, okay, alongside all this stopping of his sinful activity, now he is also engaged in my exclusive loving devotional worships, and at least trying to the best of his heart, best of his ability to engaging in my loving devotional worships with full adherence. Then he or she must be called as sadhu. Not that side by side engaging in sinful activities, still continuing with the evil sinful activities, also engaging in some loving worships, okay, so-called loving devotional worships of the Supreme Lord, and so he should be called as sadhu. Rather, the meaning is, at one time, he used to be engaged in very bad, sinful, evil activities, but now it has stopped by the connection, by some divine auspicious connections, blessed connections of mine through my devotees, through Ajnata Sukriti, unknown Sukriti. So he should be called as sadhu. He or she cannot be judged anymore based on his or her past history, past sinful history, evil history. He used to be a very sinful person. Because that sickness is already treated and over. That sickness is already cured. The divine connections, activities of engaging in my ananya bhajana. So, since that person has already become healthy, since his sickness is already cured, through treatment, and he has already become healthy now, being engaged in my Ananda Bhajana exclusive devotional service, he cannot be considered as any demon or non-devotee based on past evil activities, because now he has already stopped all those, discontinued all those. Now he has already become my exclusive devotee, engaging. So he must be recognized as sadhu. He must be recognized, appreciated to be sadhu. If somebody tries to call him a sadhu based on that he used to be sinner, he used to be a sinner, he used to be an evil person, he used to be engaging in many evil deeds, sinful deeds, that will be wrong. Because that sickness is already cured, is gone. After all, he or she is a jiva soul, became unconditioned by all the sinful effects of the karma due to my bhajana, by the fire of my bhajana activity, all those sinful sinful things, effects are already burnt off, burnt into ashes, destroyed. By the lights of my bhajana, all his dark portion of his life, sinful life already gone. So now his life is illuminated, his life is divinely enlightened, illuminated. All the darkness of ignorance is gone. All his sickness due to his engaging in evil, bad activities are all gone. That chapter is gone. Sickness is already cured. He is again healthy now. So he should be treated as a healthy person, as a sadhu. One should never judge him or her based on some past evil deeds, because he used to be sinful. No, that will be offensive way to a sadhu. Okay. So, sadhu eva samantavva, and one has to know that person is following the proper way. Sammak bhavusito hisa. Sammak bhavusito hisa is actually following very proper way, making advancement appropriately. Whatever he is doing is very appropriate and proper. Exclusively engaging in my loving devotional service. He will be thriving and thriving from that stand, from that state of life. Saying, next line saying, Kshiprang bhavati dharmatma, Lord Krishna. So in the next line, next portion of the verse, is qualifying it. Kshiprang bhavati dharmatma, that devotee will by and by that devotee will be manifested as great dharmatma. Very soon, a devotee who is engaged in exclusive devotional service of mind, exclusive bhajana of mind, are going to be manifest as dharmatma, great devotees. From becoming a nice devotee, from the stage of a very nice, sincere devotee, going to be a great devotee, dharmatma, being glorified as great devotee, sasachanting nigachati. And he will be, at some point, he will be going to my abode. He will be attaining the highest goal of mind. He will be attaining the highest divine goal of his life. He will come to me. He will be attaining great peace, peaceful fulfillment, great peace and all fulfillment in life. In other words, Sashat Shanti, Nigachati Shanti also means satisfaction here. So eventually, in the long run, he will be attaining a great satisfaction of peace, peaceful state of his mind. He will be attaining a greatly satisfied state of his life and come to me, come to my divine abode. O Kunteo Arjuna, please understand, my devotee is never to be perished. My devotee is never perished. That is my promise. You must know that. My devotee is always taken care of by me in the long run, finally. I repeat, ultimately I always take care of my devotees appropriately, properly. I am protecting, okay, and taking care of my devotees appropriately. Okay, so my devotees never perish. Now, this is the normal way of doing it. Now, what they were releasing, this is not what they were releasing actually. They spoke about this fold of meanings. Okay, they released, but now the Guru Maharaj Srila Sridhar Maharaj now went on explaining the meanings, inner meanings of the same verse in different lights, deeper lights. He saw the inner meanings of such verse in connection with some connection of the Braja Gopis, the Leela between divine couple and Braja Gopis. Like sometimes it is a totally different sense of meanings. The Upiche suduracaro, bhajati mam anannabak, because Braja Gopis in Vrindavana, divine damsels of Vrindavana, while following the parokia way in relation to Krishna. Okay, parokia way of love relation with Krishna. Then that was externally looking, socially looking like some kind of durachara, kind of, unlawful activities in the eyes of the, according to the social standard of the morals, social morals, okay, parokia ways. So, but Lord Krishna was trying to say a hidden way, even if they were being seen, the divine damsels of Braja Gopis are seen to be having some unlawful, immoral activities, but ultimately at the same time they are doing all these to be exclusively engaged, in love relationship with me, exclusive way. But it was happening both together. The Braja Gopis are found to be engaged in some apparently immoral activities, unlawful activities in the eyes of society, but at the same time they're exclusively engaged in exclusive loving devotional service of mind, love relation with mind. So they are to be understood as pure sadhus. Those Braja Gopis are none other than pure sadhus. They must be recognized, they must be appreciated as pure sadhus. And Sipram sadhureva samantam. And one who can appreciate them, who can recognize them and be appreciating them, be glorifying them as pure sadhus, means highest exalted devotees of Krishna. It says exalted devotees of mind means Krishna. So they will become so blessed by me. They will receive so much blessings, grace from me, such a special way. They will become great dharmatma by appreciating those Braja Gopis. By appreciating those Braja Gopis of Vrindavana, as the highest devotees of mine, by recognizing them, appreciating them, glorifying them, they will become Shipram, they will become Dharmatma, means great devotees of mine, due to the praise, due to the appreciating my greatest devotees, Braja Gopis. So, not that Shipram Bhavati Dharmatma Shaswachanti Nigachati, doesn't mean those Brajagopis will become Dharmatma again, because they are level much higher than just becoming Dharmatma. Okay, because they are already intimate associates, eternal intimate associates of the divine couple. So why they should be again come down and demoted to be again Dharmatma and go up? So it's not possible. So what happens here? Those who can still appreciate such apparent immoral ways of the Brajagopis, unlawful social ways of the Brajagopis, in order to relate to me with intense love which knows no boundary of any morality, social rules, regulations, morals. These are all limitations created by human being. Such boundaries cannot remain in relation to be united with Super Soul, to be united with Supreme Lord Krishna. Okay, it's because it's all transcendental. The character of exclusive loving devotion in relation to Krishna is that of fully transcendental character. So cannot be judged, cannot be bound by some relative social norms, rules, regulations, moral ways. So, but apparently looking like engaging in some immoral activities in relation to Krishna in Parokya way. So that's what Krishna was saying, like suduracaro. But they were doing it for my exclusive satisfaction. They're actually engaging in my exclusive loving devotional relation with me. And one who realizes it and can appreciate those Brajagopis and their activities, not only Brajagopis and their so-called immoral, transcendentally unlawful activities in relation to Krishna, and can appreciate them and glorify them, highly glorify the Brajagopis, speak in praise of them, understanding, recognizing them, appreciating them as the top class sadhus. They will become Dharmatma by appreciating, by glorifying, by engaging, chanting the glories of the Brajagopis. They will be so qualified, they will be so blessed by me and by Brajagopis. They will be so graced by me and the Brajagopis in a special way. Very soon he or she is going to be manifesting, come up as great devotees of mine, becoming great sadhus, dharmatma, kshiprang bhavati dharmatma, great sadhus, great spirit, great spiritualist, great devotees of mine, dharmatma. And they will very soon come to my divine abode with attainment of all peace and fulfillment of life. All satisfying peace and fulfillment, nectarine fulfillment life, they will soon come to me. So in that way, Arjuna, Krishna is telling the whole world, Krishna is giving this message in a confidential way, not to the whole world in this case, but to the inner circle of his devotees, okay, to the inner circle, devotee in a reserved way. See, my devotees are never perished. My devotees always remain protected and nurtured by me, completely sustained and nurtured by me. Okay, they never perish. Even those who can worship the devotee of mine, who can worship the devotee of the devotees of mine, also become great devotees eventually, dharmatma. So here in this case, they were actually greatly worshipping the great devotees of mine, that is Brajagopis. They are Brajagopis. So by doing so, they will be, they are receiving, they are so qualified to receive such special grace, special merciful grant from me, so that they will also become, by and by, very soon they are going to be a great devotees of mine, promoted. The special grant of my mercy. By the help of special merciful grant of mine, they are rewarded, they are going to be rewarded promotion, awarded great promotion, to be great dharmatma, with all peace, achieving all peace and fulfillment, divine fulfillment of life, and will be qualified to come to me, come nearby me. Another fold of the meaning. That's what Guru Maharaj explained, and he was releasing, saying, yes, it is, Maharaj, it is. Then, another verse also there. Tesame vanukam partham mahamagganajam tama nashayam atma bhavastu jnanadipena bhashyata. Another verse. Remember the beginning point of that. I think it is related to that verse. Teshang satatajuktânang bhajatang pritipurvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam jeno mam upojantite. Then esame vanukam partham, tesame vanukam partham, mahamagyanajam tama nashayam atma bhavastu jnanadipena bhashyata. The next portion is that sometimes it's from Bhagavad Gita. So that even after approaching me through parokiya way, by approaching me in divinely parokiya way, with so much intense love, decorated with painful yearning, intense love of mine felt in them in the form of painful yearning, unending yearning to have the beloved close in an intimate way, to be united with the beloved in a very, very intimate way. So because of that painful, because of that feelings of their experience of painful separation from me, sometimes they have miseries. Those Prajagopis, those who approach me in a parokiya way, can have, here it's not exactly Brajagopis, it's not being, here the subject is not exactly Brajagopis or Vrindavan, but any devotees who approach Krishna in a more parokiya mood, so then sometimes they feel so much intense love in relation to me, feel so much desperation, painful yearning and hankering, to be united with me, intense love, me, the beloved Lord of their life, intense love, feelings. Then due to such situation in their life, sometimes some apparent miseries, miserable situations appear. Some sort of, darkness of pain, instead of having the enlightened life, instead of having a life illuminated with my pleasure, my blissful experience, but rather it is more covered in a more dark mode of separation from me, feelings of separation from me, suffering, misery due to the intense hankering before meeting me, being united with me into intense love. So in that phase, they feel like going through the dark period, apparently, so-called dark period. It's all spoken poetically, all has to be understood more poetically, rather than literal way. Literal way, we won't understand anything. So, as they continue to be passing through that dark period of the misery of their life, caused by too much feelings of separation from me, intense separation from me before getting united with me. So, and once they unite with me, their life is like they get illuminated, like dark stormy night is over, dark period is over, again gets illuminated by my consciousness, by the feelings of union with me. Okay, joyful feelings, lights of the joy, lights of the delight, lights of the joy of being united with me. So, esam evanukam partham mahamagganajam tam. So when they are approaching me in a parochial way, and on the way to be approaching me, reaching me, they are having such miseries due to intense yearning to be united with me, intense hankering, but it's not happening immediately. Union with me is not happening immediately. So, they are passing through a distressful situation in life. Through a vishal, distressful situations, misery, taking everything for me. And then what happens? At one point, when I find them having so much suffering, taking so much suffering because of me, taking so much suffering due to the pains of separation from me, due to intense, painful hankering to be united with me. So it's like kind of dark period in their life, and then upon seeing them, I cannot tolerate, I cannot continue to be tolerating, taking that situation in their life, intensely painful situation, because of me, because of feeling their intense love for me, which doesn't know to wait any longer, which is so impatient. They want me immediately, so intense, and because they cannot have me immediately, so they have so much painful suffering that moment. So in that moment, I cannot stay away from them. I manifest in their lives like sun, and just remove all their darkness of sufferings. It is described in a poetic way. All the darkness and darkness of the pains of suffering. And again, I illuminate them, elate them, illuminate them with the lights, effulgence of my loving union with them. I take them closer to me, and I bless them with what they are wanting so intensely, in a painful way. And they are making so much sacrifice also in their life, taking so much pain to be uniting with me. So I bless them with the lights, effulgence of the nectarian relish of my union. Nectarian relish, nectarian happiness, nectarian delight, joy of having union with me, being united, meeting me, being united with me, and I help them. So it's tesam evanu kampartham mahamagganajam tama nashayam atma bhavastu jnana dipena bhashrata. Then they again become so enlightened, divinely illuminated. Look so effulgent with all their fulfillment, with the joy of all, nectarian joy of all, nectarian fulfillment of receiving me intimately, being united with me intimately. So, that is the meaning, inner meaning we are discussing together.
který spolu
Guru Maharaj was discussing, explaining. So Swami Prabhupada ji was releasing. And he was also commenting back, remarking. And reciprocative answer, reciprocative responses, he was also explaining his own way. This is very true. It must be that way. Oh, I'm also so happy to be tasting this inner meaning of these verses. So again, I have just explained all this through my own language. I'm not exactly quoting them, you understand. So I presented everything, okay, more in my own way, keeping the very mood and their feelings intact, the mood and ways of their discussions intact. But again, I was not exactly quoting. But I have just presented the very mood and essence, essence of their bhava, what they are discussing, both God brothers discussing together. And that's what I think, as far as I remember, they're all discussing the whole topics in Bengali between two God brothers. And we are understanding, being Bengali disciple, Bengali devotee, we are all fully understanding what they are discussing. But all the Western European disciples didn't have any clue. They're simply looking at the faces of both the God brothers, feeling so happy, joyful, and full of relish. Both of their faces, both the loving God brothers' faces were beaming with happiness, looking bright with happiness. They're looking at, and they are thinking, what's happening, what they're discussing together. We cannot understand anything. We cannot receive any nectar, what they're discussing together. So at some point, some of them could not have any more patience, could not have patience, came out and said, Srila Prabhupada, addressing Srila Swami Prabhupada, said, Srila Prabhupada, what you are actually discussing, to you too. Can you kindly explain to us what you are discussing? We see both the God brothers are so joyful, beaming with happiness. They looked at them, looked at them and said, if I explain to you, you will faint. And stop. In a loving way he said, but with great voice. With loving, great voice. He said, if I go to explain to you, you will faint. Then again came back to continue discussion. So it was that Leela. See, here as I was speaking, as I was explaining this beautiful part of their pastimes between two beloved God brothers, see, I could also feel into also some other impressions from devotees. They are getting a bit out of patience. Time pressure. Time pressure. You see, for me it is not time pressure. But I feel that, I catch that vibrations. Feelings, natural feelings. I am not criticizing at all. I am speaking about this in a favorable way, just normal way. I am also catching that, that's having time pressure, feeling time pressure, or how long it will go on. Okay. But at the same time, if I do not explain such topics in a thorough, complete way, then so much will be missing. You know, there will be no connections. If I jump from here, there, here, you won't get the total effect of the whole Leela. You know, so I have no other way. I have no other brief way to
nemám žádný
say about this, explain about this, then
jak to vysvětlit,
you cannot get the total picture, total effect of the whole.
protože jinak nebudete mít ten celkový obrázek.
Still I explained it in a brief way. I have not included everything.
Vůbec jsem ještě do toho nezahrnul všechno.
So this is what happens. Okay, so you have a question, please. Prabhu.
It was not question.
Okay.
It was just similarity of that you were speaking about. That like I had also in my guru there also similar explain like understanding that like when Krishna saying in Bhagavad Gita on the end to Arjuna that Sarva Dharma Paritaja Mamekam Sharanam Vraja. So it also for some the person this hidden meaning of Vraja means to come to me to Vraja. So it was just
Right.
I had some
Inspiration.
to
appreciate that.
I'm sorry to.
It's okay. So please don't mind that to keep you waiting because you are feeling inspired to comment that. Because sometimes what happens if I receive some comments, anything or question from a devotee in the middle, and if I continue to be discussing on that, then I branch out. I cannot be sticking to or following the mainstream. So it takes longer time. So that's why usually I do not receive any comment or question in the middle. Sorry for that. So keep you waiting, but that's very appreciable comment. They also discussed about the Mamekam Sharanam Braja, that part. That is another part. Sarvadharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Braja. The term Braja has got innermost meanings. Okay, Mamekam Sharanam Braja. Go for my shelter. It's not just come to my shelter, be going for my shelter. But that sound, that term Braja also resonating. Okay, it's called sound. Guru Maharaj also explains saying sound echoing the meaning. Very in a particular way he expressed sound echoing the meaning. So the sound Braja here was echoing the meaning of the of coming to me. Coming to me in Braja Bhav. To the path of Braja. Not just go for me in just ordinary normal way, but go for me. Come to me following the path of Braja. Here Braja, the meaning of the word Braja in Sanskrit normally means just go for it. But here the way that word is used here, okay, also means Braja Bhav, path of Braja. By the way, it's been qualified by the way sound directly echoing the meaning. Braja means come to me, go for me to the path of Braja. Okay, inviting, Krishna inviting to go for him, coming to him, following the path of Braja, not just simply going, simply coming. That's what also both the God brothers released. Some other part. I appreciate your comment, yes. Very nice. Okay. These are high topics. Sometimes what happens, where some devotees are releasing, others may not be releasing in the same way. Okay, they might have other queries, other kinds of queries and inquiries. So now I would like to invite some other queries related or unrelated to these topics.
Takže bych chtěla vyzvat nějaké další otázky, ať už se týkají nebo netýkají toho tématu.
Any other query, related or unrelated? Yes, please.
Já jsem se chtěl zeptat, jak se přiblížit k té úrovni.
Jaký úrovni?
No, která se diskutuje, že taková jako pro mě vysoká škola.
Okay. So how to reach this level that we are discussing now? It looks like a university study, so like really like the highest of the highest.
To reach the level, it has been so much described all through the Holy Scriptures, through the messages of exalted devotees, all our Guru Bhagavad. It has been so well described and defined, narrated. So I can repeat them, and then it will be taking another 2 hours. If you all promise to me not to be impatient, not to go out of the patience, then I can start. There are established, there are well-defined, well-directed process of cultivation of higher spiritual life, devotional life. Okay. Different. There have been various recommendations, various directions given by the Holy Scriptures, by the exalted devotees, by the Supreme Lord Himself. Okay, according to different time, place, situations, and according to individual qualifications, something in common, something in particular, some directions are in common, some directions in particular, this way, various ways. Like the process, following the process of Navadha Bhakti, 9 devotional limbs, starting with Savanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Bandhanam, Shakhadasham, Atma Nivedanam, Iti Pungsar Pita Vishnu, Bhaktischa Navo. So through the path of, through the process of 9, following the 9 limbs of devotions in interrelated way, like a garland in an interrelated way. Okay, Mahaprabhu also advised, much kindly recommended to his followers to be engaged in Nama Sankirtana, Vaishnava Seva, and Jive Daya. Prabhu kahi Jive Daya Name Ruchi Vaishnava Seva. Okay, so being compassionate, duly compassionate, kind to all the jiva souls. Okay, practicing that principle, engaging specifically in the Kali Yuga, engaging in constant devotional chanting and singing the holy names and meditations and engagement in loving devotional services to their lordships. Okay, various ways. One can be making advancement step by step. Prabhu kahi Vaishnava Seva Naam Sankirtan Dui Karo Shighro Pave Sri Krishna Chala. Engaging in doing Naam Sankirtan, chanting and singing holy names and glories. Singing not only holy names, the glories of the Lord, propagating the glories of the Lord. That is also Sankirtana. Singing the glories of the Lord and engage in the services of my devotees, Vaishnavas. So if you can continue doing so, you will be making advancement, you will be qualified. Mahaprabhu said briefly. Okay, it has been recommended by 6 Goswamis. Okay, through Upadeshamritam, how to be engaging in bhajana activities. With Utsaha, Nischaya, Dhajya, Tak Karma Pravakshana, Sangatyaga, Sato Vitti, Sarvir Bhakti Prasiddhati. Okay, so he already pointed out, you should be cultivating all these qualifications in your life, such as your natural enthusiasm, inspirational enthusiasm, the enthusiasm backed by some divine inspirations in your life, from sadhu sangha, from engagement of your devotional service to me, utsaha and nischaya, and doing all those with assurance, with strong belief, determination, not kind of superficial doubt. with the superficial type, shallow type of beliefs, with doubts, not like that, with deep, firm faith, okay, assured faith and feeling the assurance, okay, nischayat, dharjat, having the patience, having your heart full of hope, maintaining in your heart immortal hope, immortal nectarine hope, that one day I must have it, I must attain the highest goal of my life, I will be receiving such divine grace from my Lord, okay, that I will be fulfilled. I will be fulfilled with highest gain, nectarian gain of my life, receiving eternal loving devotional service to them, okay, on their abode, in the abode of Goloka. I will be receiving the eternal engagement, having the eternal engagement, ecstatic love service to them, highest fulfillment of life. So, dharjat, so I must have full patience in my heart, okay, with assurance, hope full of assurance, not with doubt, whether I will have or not, how long it will take, whether all these efforts will be going in vain or it will be successful. The doubt is not allowed. So, dharjat tat karma prabhakshanat, in this way one should be continuing the life of devotional service to me. Sangat Tyagat must be following the principles of elimination, principles that are eliminations, rejections of everything unfavorable to life of Krishna consciousness, and besides be accepting everything as favorable to Krishna, interest of Krishna, Sangat Tyaga Sato Vritti, be always be embracing the vritti, the paths of the real sadhus, be embracing and following in the paths, higher paths of the Mahajanas, great devotees, be embracing their culture, their ways of behaviors and activities, okay, actions in life, whereas you are rejecting all bad association as much as possible by eliminating. You have to be making progress. It's called progress to elimination. Okay. Eliminations of the bad things, unfavorable things, to be accepting the more positive things, positive divine worlds in life. Okay, eliminations are required to make more space, proper space and place for inviting the positive goods in life. So, it's like following do's and don'ts. In order to follow do's, you also need to follow don'ts. Otherwise, it's not so effective. So, Sangat Tyagat, it means rejection of unfavorable associations, bad associations, anti-Krishna conscious, anti-God associations, Sangat Tyagat, anti-devotion, anti-spiritual associations, Sato Vritti, while embracing the vritti, the actions, the characters, the principles of the sadhus in your life. Sato Vritti, Sarvir Bhakti Prasiddhati. The Goswami was recommending the 6 ways, 6 limbs. You can follow, be cultivating the 6 limbs, or you cannot but be a great devotee one day. You can be slowly but steadily reach the higher level. Okay. Also, description. Other ways also recommended. Sinnatang Shakatha Krishna Punna Savana Kirtana Hriddantastu Javaddhani Vidunoti Suhit Satam Krishna. These are also very great guidelines. Guidelines of constantly engaging in hearing Harikatha And what you are hearing, accept, embrace the inner values, okay? The merits of the Harikatha, embrace in your life and act accordingly. Cultivate yourself accordingly. So be engaging in listening to Krishna Katha, topics about Krishna, absorb it within you, taste it, and then next you propagate the same. Share it with the same through preaching, by singing the glories to others to benefit others. If you can do that, while you are also engaging in other kinds of devotional services of mind, okay, other types of various devotional services, then your heart will be cleansed, you will be so purified, you cannot but attain my nectar. Nectarian service, nectarian, ultimately you cannot but be attaining the nectarian services to me, nectarian love relationship with me, with loving service unto me. So you will be making advancement. So in these various ways, answers to your questions have been given. I can go on and on, uttering so many verses. I can go on whole night, if you can have patience. All answering your question, question looks very small. Little bit, few words and little one line, but the nature of the answer is very big, vast. Actually, one of the main aspects of all holy scriptures, all the Mahajanas are dedicated to answer your question, to help us cultivate, to help us nicely cultivating our spiritual life of devotion, to help us be advanced, be promoted, be uplifted more and more. So one of the main purposes, or the main streams of all the instructions, recommendations, guidelines of all our Guru Varga holy scripture is to answer what you asking me. So your answer is available in many beautiful books in the scriptures. Okay, in the advice of Guru Varga, everything. So I briefly answered you. So now you can find your answer, but throughout all these books, Mahajana Vani's messages. Then another verse also related to answering your question, how to have loving dedication, Atmanivedana to the Supreme Lord, through Anukulla Sankalpa Pratikulla Vivarjanam Rakshishati iti Vishwaso Bhaktritte Varanam Tatha Atmanikshepa Karpanne Sarvidhas Sharanagati, explaining about how to be lovingly dedicated in the service to Krishna, how to cultivate mood of loving dedication to Krishna for finally reaching that higher level, highest level, what you are asking for. So these verses are dedicated for that purpose, to help you to be uplifted, to go higher. To follow these verses, read the meanings of the verses and apply them in your life, to go higher and higher, finally reach. There are many such verses, many such wonderful verses, giving you so much guidelines. Khanti, another verse, Khanti, of describing the signs of advancement, describing now these symptoms, signs, okay, of the advancement in devotional life, like Kshanti Rabbarthakalattam Viraktir Manusunnata Ashabandha Samutkantha Namogani Sadaruchi Ashaptistad Gunakhani Pritistad Vashatistad. In this way, many such excellent, wonderful verses, all interrelated to the world of answering to you. Satang prasangan mama virja sangvido Bhavanti hritkarna rasayana katha tajjoshanada shapavarga vatmani Saddharatir bhakti ranukramishrati step by step. Okay, so all these beautiful verses. Vidyate hridaya granthi chiddanti sarva samsaya kshiyanti chasya karmani mai dishti akhilat mani mai dishti parabari. Many other beautiful verses relating to our upliftment, gradual upliftment, advancement, helping us, helping our steady advancement, upliftment, progression, development, blossoming in our life of devotion. Should I go on? You can find that. So much answer given. Then you have to pick up. You have to select which ones are more suitable according to your constitutional taste, according to your level of qualifications, in accordance with time, place, situation, and your individual abilities. Pick up. Okay, and accept them for cultivation. There are always some guidelines. There have been many guidelines, something always in common, what we commonly share in our life, and always in particular. Something in particular has to be found out, according to one's own individual character and taste and qualification. There are so many medicines, but all medicines are not applied to one individual at the same time. One has to be selective. Under the guidance of an experienced doctor, and that patient can also be experienced upon knowing into his or her own health and constitution, can also be a nice doctor at some point, being mature and experienced, which exact medicine is very suitable to me and which are not suitable to me, but they are suitable to others, helping others. So you also need to be selective. Following some common ways and also following certain particular ways. Ways particularly helpful to me for advancement. All right. Okay. So I'd like to inquire first how much patience we have in common and in particular. So, whether my Harikatha will be continued depending on that, how much patience is left. Yes.
Prabhu, he asked us to not continue later than 7:30 because of some local time limitations.
Sure.
I'm very sorry for that. But
please, some of you come forward to be chanting Mahamantra. Sing Mahamantra very nicely for 5 minutes, then we start.